Everybody, and welcome back to Crafting with Tanya. I had a request from a member of the group to actually show how I use, now I've written mixed media podge on that. It's because I didn't know what it was called initially when I started doing this. I must get another sticker for it, but it doesn't really matter what we call it. Basically what this is my homemade dimensional paste. I made some the other day. I actually put it in this jar. There it is. I filled it up because I'd hardly any left. I've used a bit since, and this is the store-bought one. So to show you how confident I am that the homemade stuff is every bit as good as the store-bought, I'm going to do a few little bits and pieces here. This is for a card I want to make for the challenge on Saturday today, which is make a DL card, and I have a vision of little clouds, little fluffy white clouds, and a little birdie on it. So that's the general theme. So that's where I'm going today. But before I start, I have to say the great thing about being in a group of like-minded and fellow crafters is the knowledge that you gain. Now, I did a little video yesterday showing you how I clean my big shot plates, and I need to do it again. Look, I've got them covered already. Look at that, I might as well do this when I'm talking to you. I've got them covered already. I'm a mucky pup, but I'm a busy one as well. So there we go. I'm never done crafting. I've got a little bit of black marker on that from one of the embossing folders. So there we go, that's it off. Now in, I think it's in America, a lovely lady told me that you don't call it surgical spirit. In America, you call it rubbing alcohol. And another lady in the group told me that in Australia, do you know what? That doesn't look that clean either. I'll just give it a going over. In Australia, you call it isopropyl. Now, we call it here, we call it the same thing here, isopropyl as well. And another member of the group mentioned that, look at that, and that was done. That's incredible. That's because I was using black cardstock to cut out pussycats. Oh, look at the state of me already. I can't keep clean for 5 seconds. Oh dear. Not worry about the nails. Not worry about cleaning out the nails with isopropyl. Or rubbing alcohol or anything else. So there you go. Plates have to be done again. So they had said, this other lady had said that they use a light brush, like a baby's toothbrush or a child's toothbrush. And I thought that was a good idea for getting into those sort of wee nooks and oopsie daisy and crannies. So I just wanted to pass on that knowledge to you, because I make no pretense, and I think you all know this. I make absolutely no pretense. I've only been crafting for about a year, or just maybe slightly more than that. I don't think it is. Not doing my own thing anyway. But that's irrelevant. I'm still learning. I'm not ashamed to admit that. In fact, I love learning. I think it's a great thing to be able to pick up knowledge from others. And I think when it comes to crafting, I don't think you're ever done. I think you're always learning, and I think that's part of the joy of it, isn't it? Has to be. This is upside down. I knew something was wrong. So I think I did mention that another member of the group had asked me to show me using my own dimensional paste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get stuck right in. I'm going to put, I've missed a bit there. There we go, just block that. I've blocked off where I'm not using. And because I'm a mucky pup, I'm just going to play safe and block off down there as well. And I'm just going to put this on at the top, like so. Now this is my own one. This is not the store-bought. This is my own homemade. There we go. Simple as that. And there it is. Isn't it great? I actually have probably I've been a little bit too generous with that, I think. But they do tell you not to go over it too many times. There we go. Now, I think that's perfect. what I want to do is I want to lift this up gently without wrecking everything, like so. And then I want to pop it down again, maybe about there, but I'm going to have to be very careful where I stick on this one because I want to bring the clouds on down. So I'm just being careful that I don't cover the clouds here and damage all of that. Oh, that's not sticking very well, is it? Let's just put a little bit there, hold it in place. There, that should do the trick. Covered in stuff, right? Okay, and this is for, I've already got some on. Oh, I'm away with the fairies, look at that. Okay, so we're just popping this one down. If you feel that your paste is too thick or equally too thin, if it feels like it's maybe needs a little drop more in it, don't be afraid to adjust it and play around with it. If it's too thick, add a drop of water. Just give it a little spritz with some water. And if it's too thin, add some corn flour or baby powder, whatever you used in the first place. Now let me try and lift that up. Oh, I made a little boo-boo there. Do you see that? So what I'm going to do, because I wonder. I could probably lift that. Actually, I could lift that. I'm sure I could with a baby wipe. And if I can, well then, no, I'm a bit nervous about doing that actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another little titchy cloud there. That's easier said than done. How do I do that without messing up the other clouds? Can I get that? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to have to let that dry. And then, do you know what? I could place a little sentiment there or a bird or something. I'll think of something. Right, well, that will do with the clouds for the moment. So there you go. There's the dimensional paste in use. I hope that was informative. It's really very, very easy to use. You've seen me use it before. On different things, but maybe not the homemade one. And that's because I purchased this Sizzix dimensional paste because it says 3D on it, and I thought, I wonder, is that better? Is it thicker? Does it do more than my little tub of homemade stuff? And you know what? It absolutely doesn't. It really doesn't, and I'm going to show you now. So there's my homemade jobby. Let me just get this off and take this away. There we go. There's my little clouds, and they're gorgeous. Lovely little dimensional clouds. I'll pop that over here to dry, and I'll clean this up just a tad. Because if you don't, it sticks like concrete. It really, really does. It's incredible stuff. There we go. I do love using it, though, I have to be honest. I think it really adds to the card when it's appropriate. All right, now let's see. I want to do a few more. So I wanted to show you that it's really, really versatile. Now, like I said, I'm going to put little birdies onto a card, but I want to create a pattern for cutting out my little birdies. So I'm going to do hearts on this one. Isn't that a cute stencil? Okay, let's stick it down. This is just low-tack tape, by the way, that I'm using, and I'm sticking it to a plastic. Well, I was sticking it to a plastic mat. That won't work, will it? I need to cover this up anyway, so I don't go over it. Let's just stick a little bit down at that side. And I want to cover this up completely. So yeah, it's just the low-tack tape I use is sticks to anything low-tack tape. There we go, simple. I stick everything down to this plastic mat purely because it doesn't stick to the glass. So sorry about that, I got interrupted there, but the hubby, he's heading off to a little car show today. So it gives me plenty of time to spend on my crafting, which is fabulous. Now, I have a few other bits and pieces of media, I keep calling it mixed media, of dimensional paste that I've made before. I've made colours, I've made blue, I've made pink, I've made green, I've made black, and let me see, I'm going to do little pink hearts. They're darker pink. Let's see. Ooh, that one's gone a bit. Do you see that? It's gone very runny. Well, not, I wouldn't say very, but it has gone a little bit runny. So all you need to do, if it has gone a little bit runny like that, get your corn flour or your cornstarch or baby powder will work, or talcum powder I should say, and just put a titchy tiny little bit in, not too much. It's like mixing icing sugar or gravy. Just thicken it up little bit by little bit. Oops, that was a bit heavy-handed, wouldn't be like me. And let's see, it's coming now, a bit more actually. Gosh, that was runny, wasn't it? It can happen. Sometimes they thicken up. You have to remember, I have a little granddaughter in the craft room. Oh, that's looking better. Still feels a tad runny for me. In the craft room with me, and she likes to spritz everything. I told her she was using my, what do you call it? What do you call them? It's gilding polish, is it? I think it's Cosmic Shimmer Gilding Polish, something like that. And I told her before we put them away, we have to give them a little spritz with water. So I think she thinks everything has to get a little spritz. But I'm blaming her, you know, and it could very well have been me. I think we're coming now. Look, do you see that's starting to get a nice consistency where it's not falling off the palette knife, but it's not too... Just a tad more, and then I think that's me. There we go, just mix it up. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's clean that up. And clean this up and get stuck in. Here we go. No, that's a bit, need another wee bit of tape down there at the bottom, just to be safe. There we go. Now, I'm going to put plenty on this actually. And this is just to make a nice pattern. I want to create my own pattern with a little bit of dimension. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I think this is going to look really, really well. There we go. They do tell you, I've got a hair in the middle of this I'm trying to get rid of. They do tell you not to do, there it is there, where are you? Lost it again. Not to do too many passes. But I like to get it because it starts to, oh, there it is, there's that hair. Oh. And that's it. Simple as that. I kind of like it when it's not too smooth. But then that's me. I like things a little bit more grungy or imperfect. I think it makes the card just that wee bit more interesting, to be honest. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the joy of homemade, isn't it? Right, let's get this off. Let's see. All right, come on. There we go. Look at that. It's a little bit of, isn't that lovely? So that's the dimensional, homemade dimension. Now I need to clean this up because I want to actually, no, I don't think I do. I was going to use the stars, but I'll use spots on the next one. There we go. I'm just going to put this into my soapy water so it doesn't harden up. Now, and we'll take this off the mat. There we go. Isn't that fab? And that's going to make me, I'm going to cut out little circles for my birds out of that. So I'll let that dry. So now I've got my clouds. I've got part of my pattern. Let me just take anything off this that shouldn't be on it, and make sure I've got all this dimensional paste off the mat as well. There we go. Now, I should really take it off me too. Last but not least, I'll do one more, and I'll do this one in white, and I'll do it with the Sizzix dimensional paste, and you'll see in my estimations, absolutely no difference. But it gives you a fair indicator, I think, as somebody looking on, you know, just to see. So I don't think, you know, it's up to you. Oh, I wonder, do I want to go for spots or do I want to go for little squares? No, go for spots. Right. I'm just covering up these little bits. Stick that down there. And there. And now just this wee bit to do here to make sure I've covered up the majority of those spots. Now, I'm going to use the Sizzix, isn't that right? This is the Sizzix. What I want to do actually is I'm trying to use this all up because I want the tub. I want to put my white, make a load of my white and put it in the tub. Do you see? It's the consistency. Look, it's pretty much the same in my book anyway. So just pop it on. There we go. It is glorious stuff to work with. It really, really is. There we go. Lovely, jubbly. There's one I've missed. Let's give that one more pass. There we go. Perfect. Give this a little clean. Give this a little clean. Do be really particular about cleaning your jars, for goodness sakes, because like I've said before, it sets like concrete. I got it on my hand the other day and I had to take a nail brush to get it off. Right, I'm going to go around that again because I've put that little cappy thing on and it forces it up. There we go. Just makes it so much easier to open. And there we are. That's another one done. Let's get these lifted up. Oh, the whole thing's coming up on me, so we'll just go ahead and lift it. There we go. Not much difference there, is there? Where do I show you? Let me see, I'll run one. There's the little clouds. You see how you've your dimension there and you've your dimension here? I don't see a lot of difference. Let's have a look at, oopsie daisy. The same with the little hearts, do you see? You've got every bit as much dimension. And a fraction of the price. So, what's not to love in my books? What is not to love? Now, let me get the tape off this. I'll put this in the wash bucket here at the side. I'll go and get those all scrubbed and give them all a chance to dry, and then I'll come back and aim to make a little card with them with a bit of luck, should everything go according to plan. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that helped answer a few questions for you. Fingers crossed. If you liked the video, please do give me the good old thumbs up. It does help. It lets me know that I'm going in the right direction and making the right videos for you. And that's what's important to me. Like I've said, I'm not an expert at this. I'm very much still learning, and sometimes I feel a bit of a fraud, you know, when I hear that there's crafters out there with 20 odd years experience liking the videos that I made. You know, it seems a bit, I suppose the word, what is the word I'm looking for? Arrogant of me to be making videos at all. But it started off by fluke, and then I wanted to pass on, you know, a little bit more of what I've learned. And if people gain from that, great. And if you do gain from it, give me the thumbs up, and then I know that I am going in the right direction and I'm not boring anybody or wasting time, either yours or mine, because let's face it, all we want to do is make cards when we get the chance and get that little bit of spare time. So thank you so much for watching. Do take care. If you haven't joined the group already, please subscribe, and then you'll not miss any more of our videos. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.